Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor channel, and like I said, I may have to do 3 videos today just to try to show everything that went on. Let's get it going. This young lady, she came up and gave me a bottle of their wine yesterday, or not yesterday, but Saturday, called Wynn's Cabernet Sauvignon, and Brad Combs is actually a Cabernet guy, but I drink it too. But I really appreciated this. She was so nice and gave me and the cool guy a couple of bottles of wine. It was really, really neat, and so I wanted to make sure I acknowledge that. She's at Mara. I don't know exactly how to say it. You see it, okay? And then I think I've got the right guy because I had so many people that were coming up saying they wanted a title, and the title thing was just a joke I've done on this channel, but I think people get a kick out of it, and so everybody wants a title. I said, if you want a title, write it down and I'll put it in my pocket. And so I've got a suitcase full of titles. But this guy, I think I've got, and forgive me, but I'm pretty sure this is the same guy. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants it said, but he seals driveways. And so I said, well, I sure don't have a guy that's official that seals driveways on my channel. So he wants to be the official seal coder of the Digital Asset Investor channel. And so you have been knighted, sir. So you're now the official sealer. All in fun, folks, all in fun. And then this guy approached me. Now, this guy is like a real deal saxophonist, and the way he's dressed right here with his saxophone, that's the way he was dressed at the conference. I mean, you can tell he's a musician when he walks up to you. But he walked up to me and he said, yeah, man, I'm a real saxophonist. And he even showed me this picture of him with Tucker Carlson when he did a gig at a house or something. And so it is. Johnny Mag Sax is the official saxophonist. Is that how you say that? Wait, I've got his card in front of me. Let me read it. He is the official, saxophonist of the Digital Asset Investor channel. We got to get all these things out of the way. Now, everybody knows Ray Fuentes, who's with Link2. Link2 had a great presence there, and Ray was like the master of ceremonies, and he brought his mother with him, and this was a neat moment for his mother.
Oh, very nice to meet you. Thank you. Absolutely, of course. Raymond's mom can do whatever she wants. So where are we looking at? Awesome. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ray's mom was so nice, and like I've said, Brad Garlinghouse was a total class act the whole time. I'm trying to sprinkle some news, and I don't want to make it just about the XRP Las Vegas thing, even though a lot of you want to see it, but I'm going to try to get through all of the interesting stuff. Brad Garlinghouse, like I said, got on a plane and went straight to Dubai, and he tweeted this today. As I just shared on stage at Dubai FinTech Summit, Ripple is expanding in Dubai with 20% of our customers based in MENA. Clear regulatory regimes being developed. It's no surprise that Dubai is emerging as a key global financial hub for crypto innovation to thrive. And Cowboy.crypto, who is the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, had tweeted this out about them partnering with UAE Bank for cross-border payments. National Bank of, I don't know how to say that word, was just announced in partnership with Ripple. Just in Ripple to expand to Dubai. Now, I also saw this video put up from, this is from CoinDesk. Listen to this.
CBDC trial. How far away are we from testing CBDC transactions between central banks to actual settlements?
So thanks for having me. Basically, the answer is we're there, and that's why the test was so important. So as you said, we study in our tracker project 105 central banks, what they're doing both on the wholesale and the retail side. What we always say is while 105 are doing it, it's important to note that 50 are in an advanced stage of development, meaning they're developing or piloting or fully launched. And that includes 16 of the G20 economies. So not just an emerging market story, an advanced economy story as well. And what we saw last week for the first time was real dollar amounts in excess of 22 million being settled between commercial banks, probably about 20 commercial banks across 4 countries. And we hadn't seen that before. We'd seen the technology tested, we've seen the hypothetical settlement, but we hadn't seen actual money in a serious amount flowing between countries. And here we saw it. The BIS proved it could be done in near real-time settlement across border between banks. Wholesale CBDC, we should note, this is different than China's ECNY, their retail CBDC, which gets so much attention. This is bank to bank, a totally different project called the Mbridge project, but equally important and potentially more important from a geopolitical.
Okay, enough of that. But you heard him mention he's talking CBDCs, and I think he said there's 50 that are actually to the point where they could about to go live, I think is what he said. Well, what does that remind us of? Who's been working with central banks on this stuff longer than anybody?
Ripple actually took a very contrarian view and actually said, no, we will be working with central banks, regulators, and banks to make sure that our solution is widely adopted. And which is why I'm actually employed by Ripple, because so we actually work very closely with about 40-50 central banks across the globe, including Bank of Thailand. So Ripple has taken that approach of collaboration and education, as Mansa mentioned. I think apart from education, collaboration is also extremely key, especially in the world where technology keeps outpacing regulations. So one day we're talking about AI and blockchain, the other day we are talking about self-driving cars and drones, and the third day we're talking about quantum computing and its impact on blockchain. So I mean, I don't envy a regulator's job at all. Ripple actually took a very...
All right, so that was another thing. Now back to the conference. Here's Ray Fuentes emceeing. I just wanted to show you guys all the different things. That's him on stage. And then this was at the very end when they look at the cool guy that's saluting. That's one of the things he does in his walks down the street in Brooklyn and New York and all. You have, I'm not going to go through everybody here. You know who a lot of them are. There's the Jay from Spin the Bits, nice guy. Then there's Ray and John Deaton, and then here's Molly Elmore, who was on my plane going out there and coming back. Wasn't a planned thing, I just saw her walk by. Okay, and then with Brad Combs, and then let's see what else we have next. Here's a different angle when Brad Garlinghouse was talking up there with Brad Combs standing there. And Brad Garlinghouse had these bodyguards who looked like they were ready to destroy you if you did anything wrong. That guy, I don't think I'd want to make that guy mad.
I appreciate you thanking me, but I'm here to thank you for all that you have done to support this effort. Truly, it does take an army, and this army has been incredible and supportive. We're going to win this thing, and it's a proper party.
That was
Appreciate you thanking me, but I'm here to...
Such a cool moment. Okay, and then I wanted to show you some funny things because and here's some inside baseball. I'd actually talked to the cool guy as we were approaching this conference. I was like, well, maybe Brad Garlinghouse will come. Maybe we should start doing some memes and the cool guy's the ultimate meme guy, so he started doing all the memes from The Hangover with Brad Garlinghouse and all of this, and I had started kind of teasing the idea of Brad Garlinghouse coming and all that, but not saying his name. I just kept saying May 5th. But it's funny because Brad Garlinghouse, he doesn't always comment on things, but sometimes he'll let you know he's paying attention. Well, in this one, this person's asking if there's a chance we could get a surprise visit from Vegas. And I didn't see this, but somebody told me about this tweet on the day of. It was May 5th, and Brad Garlinghouse says yes, and then he puts out the Jim Carrey, so you're telling me there's a chance. Exactly. Funny stuff. I think Brad has a pretty good sense of humor. He had replied, and this is always fun too. If you look at Brad Garlinghouse's likes, look at this. He's shouting out Brad Combs, and then this one says, Brad Combs' wife got herself 2 Brads now, because that was I think it was a photo of them, yeah, right there. So, and then as you go down, Brad, I had retweeted that about, and they said, why would anybody go to XRP Las Vegas? And here's some of the guys from the Good Morning Crypto, I believe is the name of their show. And then, I mean, he's just being really cool. But this one I thought was hilarious, because remember a while back I'm a big Howard Stern show fan, and a while back I was joking around about maybe just in case Brad Garlinghouse doesn't come, we can get a cardboard cutout like Howard Stern did with Ronnie the limo driver, so that everybody could take a picture with a cardboard cutout. So right after Brad Garlinghouse shows up, he went back to this tweet and liked the tweet. And I have a feeling that's Brad Garlinghouse's way of saying, checkmate, digital asset investor, I did it. I think this guy has a great sense of humor. Awesome. Okay, so there's Brad Garlinghouse with Brad Combs' wife, who I've gotten to know, of course, Brad Combs and his wife very well over the years, and they are good people. And I think that she worked probably harder than Brad Combs did to put this thing together. And so, wow, that's a great shot. Now, met this guy. This guy right here was the nicest guy in the world, Jimmy Void. He's from the Bronx, and he talked like it. And we were talking. This was a poster he put together, and he got all of us to sign it. You can see the cool guy there. There's Bob Way right there. Let me see if I recognize any. I can't read the handwriting. Some of these people have such great signatures. Gonzo. But anyway, as you look through here, you'll see that he got everybody to sign this, and he was so nice to me. He told me to come to the Bronx, and he's got my back. I said, well, here's the problem. A guy like me comes up there, and these guys are like, who's this redneck walking down our street? And he said, don't worry, I got your back. So, very nice guy, and he was putting this together. Go give him a follow, and he's got a website too, jimmyvoid.com. Good guy. Then this was me and Brad Combs had a little moment here. Watch.
Hey, XRPP wants to hear that again. DAI, say it.
Which thing?
What did Brad Kimes do?
Brad Combs changed the game.
Brad Kimes changed the game tonight.
Hey, we changed the game tonight. All of us in here.
We all
and
changed the
everybody
game.
here tonight is a co-founder to XRP Las Vegas.
There was my dad.
On the right side of history.
There's Jack Casino Coin. Okay. Then there's the official father with the official cool guy. Great shot. And then myself and the official cool guy decided, since we were not going to be sitting on stage, I like sitting in the background, so I didn't want to sit on stage, but so we went and sat on stage just to get a good photo op. That was one of my favorite pics there. And then Jeremy Hogan had done a stream up there, and he said, "Cool guy equals best moderator ever." And I said, "I have a feeling a star is born." And then I got the guy that I showed you earlier that had the awesome mullet. He had a pair of glasses. He was standing there beside us. I said, "I need some sunglasses so we can take a cool guy picture." And he gave me his glasses for that picture. And I said, "I tried, but I just can't pull it off." And then there was the cool guy with Brad Garlinghouse. I'm trying to go through and show you all these. This was the screen there when John Deaton and Eleanor Terrett were on stage, and they had Jeremy Hogan call in. And then I wanted to make sure I mentioned this guy when I was waiting for my Uber to go to the airport yesterday morning. This is XRP Snakey. Now, many of you may or may not know, but when I post something on Twitter, this guy is the first person that replies to any of my tweets. And I've always wondered how he did it. And he explained to me that he's a social media guy, and he has like notification. I don't even know how to do all this. Or well, on Twitter, I've turned mine off because I get bombarded, and it's like it takes over my phone. But he gets notifications, and he comes in, and I think he just knows what he's doing, and he's a great guy. But I mean, he and his wife, his wife was very quiet, and I asked her why she wasn't down there part of the conference. I don't know if she was comfortable with the crowds and all or not, but she was very nice. But he was just the kindest guy, and you need to follow XRP Snaky. He didn't tell me what the snaky part was about, I don't think, but you need to go follow him. When you see my tweets, you're going to see Snaky's tweets. This guy's a very cool guy. This is when I was going through some different things, trying to find what to say. I've already shown you that. This was Jay from Spin the Bits. He took a picture with Brad Combs and with me. This right here, tell you this story briefly. I had gone up to my where my room was during the conference because my son was playing baseball, and I wanted to see if I could watch a little bit of the game and then go back down. But I was resting. I was sitting on a couch down there, and Jay from Spin the Bits just happens to walk by, and he and I had a conversation. And John Deaton and all kinds of people had told me this guy's so smart, and you need to talk to him and meet him. And so I'm gonna try to form a better relationship with Jay from Spin the Bits and get to know him better. This is one of the epic memes that was put out during the conference. This was James Rule had put this out. I thought it was so funny that I turned it into a black and white where Gary Gensler was there. Not really. And then I was getting on the plane yesterday, and Molly Elmore was standing there with me, so we took a picture. You can see I had a little bit of scruff, was worn out, just jumped on the plane, and then so she was so nice too. And there's the official rock star and his wife, and Quincy Club Quincy, Coin Club Quincy, smart young man. Now before he got on stage, I was at the back with Brad Combs was back there doing his thing, and Quincy was back there in the back, and it was the first time I had met him. And he's a young man, but you know how smart he is, and he was standing there, and I could tell that he was a little nervous because he was about to get on stage. And I asked him, he said, "Yeah, I'm a little nervous." And I said, "Man, you don't have to worry about it. You're one of the smartest guys in this room." And so, but he did just fine. And then that was the wrap up there. And let me see what else we got. And then I was sitting there right in front of John Deaton and Eleanor Terrett, and they did, of course, a great job. So anyway, I think I've shown you most of it. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. XRP Las Vegas was one hell of a great job by Brad Combs.